everybody's doing well. Just a quick video just now, a wee bit excited. My Arrma Infraction, as much as I love it, I don't know why, with other cars, I've just not really been spending a lot of time on it, and I've had it out once in a while, but it's kind of been a bit neglected. Nothing wrong with it, car's going great, not had an issue with it, absolutely fantastic. But I've been watching a lot of videos online with infractions again, and I don't know, my urge just to sort of do the car up now is kind of quite strong. So I went online, had a look on eBay, and as usual there's nothing really UK wise eBay worth buying. A lot of this stuff comes through Brazil with ridiculous postage and things like that. Cool parts, but it's kind of, when you want like a rear wing or something, it's £20, you have to pay like near £30 postage. It's kind of hard to justify sometimes, and plus the waiting time on it's just forever. So I was looking at Scorched RC, so they're here in the UK and they make a lot of custom parts. So I was on their site, some stuff's out of stock, which you'd expect, maybe because of COVID or just because it's really popular, like titanium drive shafts, etc. But for just now, what I've bought is, I have to cut these out. Got Scorched RC inner Fender Wells for the Infraction, so that's been probably my biggest issue with the Infraction, because I like the body on it, I don't want to replace it. There's guys like Moby876 have got absolutely cracking shells of sprayed their cell, and I can spray shells, I've done a few nice ones, but I do quite like the V1 Infraction body with the sort of camouflage, with the sort of, I don't know if it's like a coppery gold and sort of different greens through it. I quite like that. But to protect the shell when you're going off, you get stones chipping underneath, and when you take it off, which I'll do just now for you, is you can actually see where the stones have been hitting and kind of taking the paint off on the inside. I don't know how well this will come up on the camera, but you can see at the edge there, I mean, looks perfect on the outside, but the inside, the inner layer of paint is starting to get rubbed off. Little stone chippings here, there and everywhere on the inside of the shell. So we're getting these wheel fenders on, that should really protect that from happening, and if we go and do gravel stuff as well, we've got even less worry of rubbish getting in to hit the fans and crunch between the gears or anything like that. So it's going to keep the car a lot cleaner, so I think that's a really good upgrade. What they do as well, which is quite cool, although I've got them, is you get your pack, so you cut these moulded parts out and they mount on, which we'll go through in a minute. I'm just going to do the whole lot on camera, and you get all your little fixings in here, but they actually pretty good at them. Not a lot of companies do it, but they actually include the scissors as well to cut it out, so I thought that was pretty cool. Also, I've got inner Fender Wells here, so that'll stop more stuff coming out and also probably make it more streamlined at speed. So these basically, you can see it's took a bit of scuffs over time, but they fill in these areas here, so they'll bolt on and it'll just keep a lot cleaner, stop more stuff coming in, protect the inside of the car, and yeah, definitely a good purchase. So they weren't expensive at all, so they get cut out also, and they've got the fixings inside as well, so we'll get them on. And what else I got, which I've tried it with screws before and things, it's never had the effect. I'm hoping it's going to work, and if it does work, I'm going to try and get a video this weekend of it, as I've got these bad boys. So you might be looking at them going, what are they? Or you might even know, but these are actually titanium sliders. So I'm going to slam the car down and they'll mount on the back here, so when the car's bottoming out a little bit at speed, I should get the big effects of sparks coming up and things like that. So I think that'll be a really cool addition to the car. If any of you remember the Limitless, when that came out, they had the sort of promo video. That was the first time I seen the sparks. I'd done like a sort of slight jump over a crest and you could see the sparks coming up. Looked so cool, so I've always wanted that effect, so fingers crossed that's going to work how I hope. But let's get on to this now. So the first thing I'll probably do is I'll put the inner fender guards in, because that looks fairly easy. We'll go through that. I'll probably speed up the video so you don't have to watch all my cutting and stuff, but just to give you a gist of it. Then we'll do the fenders, and finally finish it off, we'll put the titanium sliders on, and what we'll do is we'll lower the car down, so hopefully there's a good chance of them scuffing the ground quite regular. So obviously with dropping the car and changing the setup, it's not really about top speeds or anything like that. The car, I'm not sure what I've got geared up to just now. When I get out in the weekend, I'm going to GPS it again and see what it's at, because I can't actually remember, because I was doing a lot of gear changing and things on it. But we'll see what kind of top speed it is. But I'm kind of aiming to have the car round about the 70 mile an hour mark, so I think that's fast enough for sort of drifting and ripping around. So yeah, that should be pretty cool. But enough waffling on, and let's get on with doing this. Okay, so we have it, just simple, plain, straight to the point instructions there. Just about cutting it out, keeping it on the inside of the lines. We've got 8 screws, so that'll be 4 for each to go into these slots here, which are, I'm trying to get this over, so you can see it's already pre-holed anyway, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so we'll get them cut out, then we'll put them on each side, see what that looks like. Right, that's both sides on. The second one literally took me a third of the time as the first one, just because I was a bit hesitant with my cuts on this one here. I might get a bit of sandpaper, just file this down a bit smoother, but no issues whatsoever. The only issue I kind of had was these stupid Allen keys I'm using. So I'd ordered a new RC toolkit set, so I'm fed up using normal Allen keys and stuff, just to be a lot easier to have the proper thing. That's not came yet, so hopefully I'll get used to that fairly soon. But while doing this sort of build just now, just be fiddling a bit more with these rubbish sort of Allen keys and stuff. I've got loads of good ones in my van, but in the shed I'm just using all this junk now. But I really need to start getting my act together with that and just get better tools. Just makes my life a lot easier. You can see as well at the bottom it's nice and flush, and for the top side you can see there's just a bit further protection as well, so once the wheel fenders are on, nothing's going to get in there at all. Right, so now it's time to cut these in half and trim them all out to the right size. Again, nice simple instructions showing you where to cut round, so I'll get onto that just now. There's these little rubber grommets as well, which I think they go on the posts here. Try and get this in the camera. So that's just obviously to stop that moving, and there's little tie wraps as well for putting on. So we'll get this all connected up and hopefully it'll all tie in nicely how I expect it to. Right, now they're all cut out. That was fairly painless. Just took my time there. Probably, I don't know, maybe about half an hour in total that's took me to do that. So, what's that noise? That'd be the cat going over the roof. But now what I've got to do is take the bolts off in the little, I'll just move these just now to show you. I'll just roughly look and see what they looked like. I've got to take these little strips off here, and as far as I'm reading just now, I'll show you the bottom one because my hand's too high. Take these strips off, and I think the Scorched RC bits go there and the strips go on top. So I'll remove all these bolts, I'll get everything located on, and once that's done, just a little skid pans to do and make sure the body fits as well. I might have to do a little bit extra trimming possibly if things are looking a little bit rough, but we'll get on with that and I'll get back to the camera. I'm going to do the rest of that without recording because it's pretty obvious what I'm doing with it, and so we'll probably talk about it when I come back. All the cuts are absolutely spot on, not adjusted anything. I'm going to try the body in a minute with you guys just at the one time, so to see if everything goes on smooth, but it's all looking good. The wheels, plenty of clearance to turn and things. Suspension, obviously, because I've had it up higher, I'm going to drop that right down for when I get my wee titanium plates on for the sparks. But yeah, it's looking good, absolutely solid. I'm really impressed with that. It's probably about the same thickness as my Creighton, what do you call it, the Proline Brute Body, the Bash Armour one. It's probably the same thickness of plastic, so it's pretty tough. So I think it's going to last really well, but we'll get the body on just now, see if that all fits, and if that does, we'll get the grinding plates on, and that's us almost done, ready to roll on the weekend. Right, let's see if this fits. Clips on. I'm doing this on camera, it's taking me twice as long as normal. There we go. The clips on at the back and the front lined up, so I'll not stick the ones on just now just to hold it down, but everything's looking flush. Get the other side. Charger lead, well, the battery lead out there, so it doesn't look any different from there, so nothing's sticking out. On the underside you can see they are right up to the edges now, and obviously the little plates on here too, so nothing's going to get in there when I'm driving now, so no worries of stones or anything. That's going to be good. The wheels are turning, no issue. So yeah, it's looking really good. I'm not sure if it'll affect the speed or anything with the wind and the arches or stuff, but like I say, this car's not going to be for speed runs. I'm not setting up at all for that. It's just keep it for the drifting. And when I'm going to slam the body down a bit as well with the suspension. Not sure if I've already said that in the last take, but once it's slammed right down, and I've got these little skid plates on, which we're going to do just now, I think this is going to be pretty cool. Right, I've just took the old bolts out off camera. Here's one of them here. So they're just obviously the standard Arrma, little short ones. The new ones are stainless, and they're a bit longer obviously because you've got the plates to go on. So it's just 1, 2 and 1, 2 either side to put the little skid plates on, which just look beautiful shining in the light. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but I don't know, titanium's just got a nice look about it. So we'll get these on, and obviously I said I'm going to lower the car down. The reason it's so scuffed just now was before I did raise it, I don't know, I've had this car since launch, so it's a long time since I raised it up when I was doing the setup, but you can see the bottom has been scraping, so I might not have to actually lower it too much to get these plates to hit as much as I'm hoping they will. They're quite clean looking as well on the car, nice and flush, so if they do give the effect that I'm wanting, I think this is going to be just awesome, to be fair. Stuff like that just brings the big kid in me out. But overall, there's Scorched parts, which I'll put a link to their site on the channel page. I'm pretty impressed with them, to be fair. Even with having these on, these side panels, what I'll do once I've got this on, as I'll show you, is the actual whole body seems more rigid too, because there's little rubber mounts that go on at the body posts, and the way it squeezes everything down, there's just no shake in the body whatsoever now. So I'm hoping that put this camera down a bit lower. I'm hoping that that'll be a good thing, so stop a lot of vibration in the body when it's sliding about and stuff, and another thing that wears the paint out at the posts potentially. So yeah, it's definitely a good upgrade. Get this last one on. Right, let's give them a little nip up again with this rubbish little Allen key. Can't wait till the new tools arrive. So that's the plates on now. Fender Wells on, so I'll show it with the body, as it's not really lifting at all. There used to be a lot more play in that with the posts. What you actually play you're seeing there is pretty much a suspension moving, if anything, so it's a lot more solid on now. I'm really liking that a lot. The only other thing that I've got ordered for it, which I usually don't run, is my front splitter was a bit tatty, so I took that off, and for ground clearance as well, I quite like it without it on, because I'm not doing speed runs. It seemed to catch on things sometimes, or if you bumped off a curb slightly it would ping off, and it was a little bit annoying. But I'm going to put a new one of them back on the car, and yeah, that should be it for a while, and we'll do a bit more upgrades after that, but just a little bit at a time with the Infraction. So, hope you enjoyed that video. If you're thinking about getting the Scorched RC stuff, I've not run it yet, obviously, we'll do that in the weekend, but for first impressions, super impressed with it. It looks really good, nice easy install, instructions are clear, even chuck in a free pair of scissors for doing it with. So yeah, pretty happy. So I'll see you guys in the weekend, we'll get this out, and hopefully have a good bit of fun. Catch you later. If you're not subscribed, please do. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.